Hello everyone, my name is Droogie4ever, and today we're playing Cinemoji Halloween, which apparently just jumps right in as soon as you start the game. Dracula, the dashing, mysterious Count Dracula, played by Bela Lugosi, after hypnotizing a British soldier, Renfield, played by Dwight Fry, into his mindless slave, travels to London and takes up residence in an old castle. Soon Dracula begins to wreak havoc, sucking the blood of young women and turning them into vampires. When he sets his sights on Mina, played by Helen Chandler, the daughter of a prominent doctor, vampire hunter Van Helsing, played by Edward Van Sloan, is enlisted to put a stop to the Count's never-ending bloodlust. Oh. Halloween. On a cold Halloween night in 1963, 6-year-old Michael Myers brutally murdered his 17-year-old sister, Judith. He was sentenced and locked away for 15 years, but on October 30th, 1978, while being transferred for a court date, a 21-year-old Michael Myers steals a car and escapes Smith's Grove. He returns to his quiet hometown of Haddonfield, Illinois, where he looks for his next victims. Scream. The sleepy little town of Woodsboro just woke up screaming. There's a killer in their midst who's seen a few too many scary movies. Suddenly nobody is safe as the psychopath stalks victims, taunts them with trivia questions, then rips them to bloody shreds. It could be anybody. The Birds. Melanie Daniels, played by Tippi Hedren, meets Mitch Brenner, played by Rod Taylor, in a San Francisco pet store and decides to follow him home. She brings with her the gift of 2 lovebirds, and they strike up a romance. One day, birds start attacking children at Mitch's sister's party. A huge assault starts on the town by attacking birds. What the heck is this one? I don't know what this one is. I mean, is it triangle? Okay, I've never heard of this. Yacht passengers encounter mysterious weather conditions that force them to jump onto another ship, only to have the odd havoc increase. The only reason I didn't go with triangle is because I've never heard of it, so I was like, that can't be it, it's too simple. But it wasn't. I should have just trusted myself. House of Wax. I've seen that one. A gang of college friends, including Wade, played by Jared Padalecki, and his girlfriend Carly, played by Alicia Cuthbert, are en route to a school football game when they wind up with a flat tire in a ghost town. They're forced to seek help in the only place that's open, the local wax museum. Once inside the spooky and seemingly abandoned building, they find the works on display are not quite what they seem, and the group soon discovers it's being hunted by the insane twin brothers who run the museum. Also, Paris Hilton's in that one, if I remember correctly. I forgot Jared Padalecki was in it, though. He's in Supernatural. Alright, what do we got here? A doctor and a devil. A doctor and a devil. Well, I have a... No. No, I don't have an idea. Okay, Well, crap. I don't know what this one is. I'm trying to think, and every movie I come up with is not... And plus, like... I thought the second word was murder, but that's not it. None of these can be the... Like, it could be an, A-N, for one of the two-letter words. So I was thinking, like, an American Werewolf in London, American Werewolf in Paris. Something like that. But that doesn't make sense with the Doctor. So... Oh, is it Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? I don't know how to spell Jekyll. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Testing his theory that in every man dwells a good and an evil force, the reserved Dr. Jekyll, played by Frederick March, develops a formula that separates the two, turning him into a violent ruffian named Mr. Hyde. Thinking he has found the answer to one of life's grandest mysteries, Dr. Jekyll soon realizes he is becoming addicted to his darker self as he unleashes his violent side on earthy dance hall girl Ivy, played by Miriam Hopkins, and fights Hyde to regain control of his body. Okay, spiders and a screaming person. Arachnophobia? Arachnophobia. Phobia. Oh, arachnophobia. After a nature photographer, played by Mark L. Taylor, dies on assignment in Venezuela, a poisonous spider hitches a ride in his coffin to his hometown in rural California, where arachnophobe Dr. Ross Jennings, played by Jeff Daniels, has just moved in with his wife Molly, played by Harley Jane Kozak, and young son. As town residents start turning up dead, Jennings begins to suspect spiders and must face his fears as he and no-nonsense exterminator Delbert McClintock, played by John Goodman, fight to stop a deadly infestation. I completely forgot John Goodman was in that. I'll have to go back and watch it. Oh, Ghost Ship. I've seen that one. Gabriel Byrne, I think. Oh, it doesn't say names this time. I think Gabriel Byrne's in it. In a remote region of the Bering Sea, a boat salvage crew discovers the eerie remains of a grand passenger liner thought lost for more than 40 years. But once on board the eerie, cavernous ship, the crew of the Arctic Warrior discovers that the decaying vessel is anything but deserted. It's home to something more deadly and horrific than anything they've encountered in all their years at sea. Saul. Photographer Adam Stanheidt, played by Leigh Whannell, and oncologist Lawrence Gordon, played by Carrie Elwise, regain consciousness while chained to pipes at either end of a filthy bathroom. As the two men realize they've been trapped by a sadistic serial killer nicknamed Jigsaw and must complete his perverse puzzles to live, flashbacks relate the fates of his previous victims. Meanwhile, Dr. Gordon's wife, played by Monica Potter, and young daughter, played by Mackenzie Vega, are forced to watch his torture via closed-circuit video. Hey, I got an achievement. Halloween Fan 1. Alright, what do we got here? The House of the Dead. Oh, The Village of the Damned? No. It's gotta be House of the Devil. Oh, I've seen that one. That one was good. That was about the babysitter, I think. Desperate to make some money so she can move into a new apartment, college student Samantha Hughes, played by Jocelyn Donahue, takes a mysterious babysitting job. When she arrives at the house, Mr. Ullman, played by Tom Noonan, mentions a full lunar eclipse and explains there is no child, but that Samantha will be watching his mother instead. After exploring the sinister-seeming house, Samantha soon comes to realize that her employers are hiding a horrifying secret and have plans to use her, dead or alive. Dude, this movie was good. The House of the Devil was fantastic. I totally forgot about that. I need to watch that again, because if you haven't seen it, seriously, go watch it. It was fantastic. The Witches? The Witch. In 1630 New England, panic and despair envelops a farmer, his wife, and their children when youngest son Samuel suddenly vanishes. The family blames Thomasin, the oldest daughter who was watching the boy at the time of his disappearance. With suspicion and paranoia mounting, twin siblings Mercy and Jonas suspect Thomasin of witchcraft, testing the clan's faith, loyalty, and love to one another. Let's see. A light bulb and what? I don't know what that is. A moon? I have no idea what this one is. I don't know. What if I just try lights out? Oh, okay. There we go. I was like, I think the first one is lights, so what if I just put in that? And then that just left words. All right. When Rebecca, played by... Oh, Teresa Palmer's in it. I know her. When Rebecca, played by Teresa Palmer, left home, she thought that her childhood fears were behind her. As a young girl growing up, she was never really sure of what was real when the lights went out at night. Now her little brother Martin, played by Gabriel Bateman, is experiencing the same unexplained and terrifying events that jeopardized her safety and sanity. Holding a mysterious attachment to their mother, played by Maria Bello, another great actress, a supernatural entity is returned with a vengeance to torment the entire family. That's got some decent people in it. I'll have to watch that. I don't think I've watched that. Let's see. So, Devil Casket. What do we got here? The letters for devil are there, but there's nothing up there that'll let me spell devil. So, it could be deal. There's a D-E-A-L, is there? Have, H-A-V-E. I don't know. I'll probably feel stupid when I know what it is. Well, we can go with the and knock something off. Alright, so let's deal with that. The live dead? The dead live. The dead live. Oh, is that not it? Okay. So it's not the dead live and it's not the live dead. The Evil Dead. Oh my god. How the hell did I miss that? It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Jesus. Ash Williams, played by Bruce Campbell, his girlfriend, and 3 pals hike into the woods to a cabin for a fun night away. There they find an old book, the Necronomicon, whose text reawakens the dead when it's read aloud. The friends inadvertently release a flood of evil and must fight for their lives or become one of the evil dead. Ash watches his friends become possessed and must make a difficult decision before daybreak to save his own life in this, the first of Sam Raimi's trilogy. I cannot believe that was the Evil Dead. That wasn't a good enough hint. Give me a chainsaw or an arm or something. Put more emojis up there. That wasn't fair. Oh, is this Midsummer or whatever? A young American couple, their relationship foundering, traveled to a fabled Swedish midsummer festival where a seemingly pastoral paradise transforms into a sinister, dread-soaked nightmare as the locals reveal their terrifying agenda. Midsummer. What? Up? I have no idea. P.S.? It's like up and down. Us? Oh, it's Us! Jordan Peele. Accompanied by her husband, son, and daughter, Adelaide Wilson returns to the beachfront home where she grew up as a child. Haunted by a traumatic experience from the past, Adelaide grows increasingly concerned that something bad is going to happen. Her worst fears soon become a reality when 4 masked strangers descend upon the house, forcing the Wilsons into a fight for survival. When the masks come off, the family is horrified to learn that each attacker takes the appearance of one of them. Lizard flushed down the sewer, becomes an alligator. So it's alligator. I think, what's his name's in that from Jackie Brown? Robert Forster, that's him. A herpetologist, played by Robin Riker, helps a detective, played by Robert Forster, track her flushed-away pet, now a king-size mutant called Ramon. Okay. Chains, locked to a bed. Oh, Gerald's Game. Stephen King movie with Carla Gugino. A woman accidentally kills her husband during a kinky game. Handcuffed to her bed with no hope of rescue, she begins hearing voices and seeing strange visions. That's a terrifying book, too, by the way. Dude, like, dies of a heart attack while she's handcuffed up. What they were, like, you know, getting intimate, and she's handcuffed to the bed, and he has a heart attack and dies. And she's just stuck there, and it's a really good book. And they made a movie out of it with Carla Gugino. That's really good. But the book's better, obviously. Cujo. In this tale of a killer canine, man's best friend turns into his worst enemy. When sweet Saint Bernard Cujo is bitten by a bat, he starts behaving oddly and becomes very aggressive. As Cujo morphs into a dangerous beast, he goes on a rampage in a small town. Stay-at-home mom Donna, played by Dee Wallace, gets caught in Cujo's crosshairs on a fateful errand with her son Tad, played by Danny Pentaro. Stuck in their tiny car, Donna and Tad have a frightening showdown with the crazed animal. Something, Night of the Living Dead. Of the Living Dead. There we go. A disparate group of individuals takes refuge in an abandoned house when corpses began to leave the graveyard in search of fresh human bodies to devour. The pragmatic Ben, played by Dwayne Jones, does his best to control the situation, but when the reanimated bodies surround the house, the other survivors begin to panic. As any semblance of order within the group begins to dissipate, the zombies start to find ways inside, and one by one, the living humans become the prey of the deceased ones. I got another achievement, Halloween Fan 2. I saw this in theaters. This is Lake Placid. Betty White was in, I think it was this one, or the sequel. She's in one of them. I don't see her name there, but I think it is this one. When a mysterious creature violently kills a man in a Maine lake, Jack Wells, played by Bill Pullman, the local game warden, looks into the bizarre case, along with Sheriff Hank Keogh, played by Brendan Gleeson, and visiting paleontologist Kelly Scott, played by Bridget Fonda. Looking for clues in a tooth that the beast left behind, Kelly and the others eventually locate the monster, a massive and vicious reptile eager to devour anything in its path. Can the crocodile-like creature be stopped? Yeah, you find out at the end of this one, or at the end of the second one, or whatever, that Betty White's feeding the fucking things. It was nuts. Alright, let's see. I have no idea what this one is. Damn, we were doing so good. Doctor is strong. Brain, eyesight. And then turns into regular guy. Frankenstein? Oh. It's not that. Well, it definitely doesn't have two ends, but it's gotta be... Oh, okay. I did something weird there. This iconic horror film follows the obsessed scientist Dr. Henry Frankenstein, played by Colin Clive, as he attempts to create life by assembling a creature from body parts of the deceased. Aided by his loyal misshapen assistant Fritz, played by Dwight Fry, Frankenstein succeeds in animating his monster, played by Boris Karloff. But confused and traumatized, it escapes into the countryside and begins to wreak havoc. Frankenstein searches for the elusive being and eventually must confront his tormented creation. That looks like Bride of Frankenstein. After recovering from injuries sustained in the mob attack upon himself and his creation, Dr. Frankenstein, played by Colin Clive, falls under the control of his former mentor, Dr. Pretorius, played by Ernest Thesiger, who insists the now chastened doctor resume his experiments in creating new life. Meanwhile, the monster, played by Boris Karloff, remains on the run from those who wish to destroy him, without understanding that his intentions are generally good, despite his lack of socialization and self-control. What? This one's just a freaking circle. That's no fair. That's like nothing to go on. I have no idea. I have no clue. I am coming up blank here. We can actually... I mean, I doubt this is it, but... Yeah, that's not it. Never mind. I'm not even going to say what I was going to say. We can make... Flask We can make mask, half. I have no idea. That's not enough information. It's just a spiral. You got to give me more than that. That's nothing. Let's just skip that one. We'll come back to 24, I guess. I have no idea about this one either. Huh. Because everything I would think that is like not what it is. Oh man, I have no clue. Alright, we'll come back, I guess. Jeez. The Hitchhiker. Oh, the Hitcher. That's, Rutger Hauer, I think. While transporting... Oh, and I watched the remake in the theater. While transporting a car from Chicago to San Diego, Jim Halsey, played by C. Thomas Howell, picks up a hitchhiker named John Ryder, played by Rutger Hauer, who claims to be a serial killer. After a daring escape, Jim hopes to never see Ryder again, but when he witnesses the hitchhiker murdering an entire family, Jim pursues Ryder with the help of a truck stop waitress, Nash, played by Jennifer Jason Leigh, pitting the rivals against each other in a deadly series of car chases and brutal murders. Paranormal Activity. I know that one. Soon after moving into a suburban tract home, Katie, played by Katie Featherston, and Micah, played by Micah Sloat, become increasingly disturbed by what appears to be a supernatural presence. Hoping to capture evidence of it on film, they set up video cameras in the house but are not prepared for the terrifying events that follow. Insidious. Parents, played by Patrick Wilson and Rose Byrne, take drastic measures when it seems their new home is haunted and their comatose son, played by Ty Simpkins, is possessed by a malevolent entity. What's with the numbers? Oh, Friday the 13th. Crystal Lake's history of murder doesn't deter counselors from setting up a summer camp in the woodsy area. Superstitious locals warn against it, but the fresh-faced young people, Jack, Alice, Bill, and Marcy and Ned, played by Kevin Bacon, Adrian King, Harry Crosby, Janine Taylor, and Mark Nelson, pay little heed to the old-timers. Then they find themselves stalked by a brutal killer. As they're slashed, shot, and stabbed, the counselors struggle to stay alive against a merciless opponent. Candyman. Whoop. Skeptical graduate student Helen Lyle, played by Virginia Madsen, befriends Anne Marie McCoy, played by Vanessa Williams, while researching superstitions in a housing project on Chicago's near North Side. From Anne Marie, Helen learns about the Candyman, played by Tony Todd, a knife-wielding figure of urban legend that some of her neighbors believe to be responsible for a recent murder. After a mysterious man matching the Candyman's description begins stalking her, Helen comes to fear that the legend may be all too real. I have no idea. Damn it. I know it's some combination of these numbers, I just don't know what. I have no idea. Damn it. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Oh. What? I don't... How was that? I typed in 2001 and it gave me an achievement called A Space Odyssey, but it didn't give it to me. I thought for a minute it was looking for that Stephen King movie with Thomas Jane, but I don't know what the number is. I thought it was 19 something. I have no idea. I guess we'll have to come back to that one too. Jeez, man. I'm having so many issues with this. I have no idea. I thought it was that Thomas Jane Stephen King movie, but who knows? Alright, let's see. It looks like Dracula's Bride. I'm gonna assume this is of the... Bride of the... Let's see. Nope, okay. Something of the... Queen of the Damned? Oh, Aaliyah. Follows the legendary vampire Lestat, played by Stuart Townsend, who has reinvented himself as a rock star in the contemporary American music scene. His music wakes Akasha, played by Aaliyah, the queen of all vampires, and inspires her desire to make Lestat her king. Akasha's malevolent power is so great that all the immortal vampires must stand against her if they want to survive. Meanwhile, a young London woman with a fascination for the dark side, played by Marguerite Moreau, falls in love with Lestat. I didn't realize that that movie was based on the Anne Rice novels, because Lestat's from that, right? Like the Interview with a Vampire series, right? Set part of the same series. Alright, anyway. Okay. It's like a train or a subway with zombies. I have no idea. Train to Busan. A man played by Gong Yu, his estranged daughter, and other passengers become trapped on a speeding train during a zombie outbreak in South Korea. Achievement unlocked, Halloween Fan 3. Raw. Stringent vegetarian Justine, played by Garance Marier, encounters a decadent, merciless, and dangerously seductive world during her first week at veterinary school. Desperate to fit in, she strays from her principles and eats raw meat for the first time. The young woman soon experiences terrible and unexpected consequences as her true self begins to emerge. Let's see here. Okay, we've got the desert, family, huh. I thought it was The Hills Have Eyes for a minute, but that's not what it is. Huh. I have no clue. I think we're going to have to come back to that one. That one gave me a lot of information, finally, but I just couldn't think of what it was. The Blob? In a tiny California town, high school students Brian, Meg, and Paul, played by Kevin Dillon, Shawnee Smith, and Donovan Leitch, discover a strange gelatinous substance that melts the flesh of any living creatures in its path. The deadly substance gets into the town's sewer system, where it begins growing uncontrollably, occasionally emerging to feast on unsuspecting townspeople. A military cleanup crew is sent to eliminate the menace, but it may end up doing more harm than good. Oh, Wreck. There's a whole series of those. A reporter, played by Manuela Velasco, and her cameraman record the horrifying outbreak of a disease that turns humans into vicious cannibals. Let's see. Something about tiger. I'm just looking to see what's left if I type in tigers. I have no idea. I have no idea. The Fly. Jeff Goldblum. When scientist Seth Brundle, played by Jeff Goldblum, completes his teleportation device, he decides to test its abilities on himself. Unbeknownst to him, a housefly slips in during the process, leading to a merger of man and insect. Initially, Brundle appears to have undergone a successful teleportation, but the fly's cells begin to take over his body. As he becomes increasingly fly-like, Brundle's girlfriend, played by Gina Davis, is horrified as the person she once loved deteriorates into a monster. Blood Red Sky. I've never seen it, but when a group of terrorists hijacks an overnight transatlantic flight, a mysteriously ill woman must unleash a monstrous secret to protect her young son. Huh. I have no idea what this one is. Oh. Whoops. In this chilling adaptation of Stephen King's horror novel, withdrawn and sensitive teen Carrie White, played by Sissy Spacek, faces taunting from classmates at school and abuse from her fanatically pious mother, played by Piper Laurie, at home. When strange occurrences start happening around Carrie, she begins to suspect that she has supernatural powers. Invited to the prom by the empathetic Tommy Ross, played by William Catt, Carrie tries to let her guard down, but things eventually take a dark and violent turn. I just want to see what's left if I put in tier. I don't think that spells anything. I don't know. I have no clue. Box, fire. Okay, I'm not sure I know what this one is either. Because it's not The Box. I see a box and I think of The Box with James Marsden or whatever and Cameron Diaz. I don't know. I'll skip that one too. Oh, is this Videodrome? As the presidency of a trashy TV channel, Max Wren, played by James Woods, is desperate for new programming to attract viewers. When he happens upon Videodrome, a TV show dedicated to gratuitous torture and punishment, Max sees a potential hit and broadcasts the show on his channel. However, after his girlfriend, played by Deborah Harry, auditions for the show and never returns, Max investigates the truth behind Videodrome and discovers that the graphic violence may not be as fake as he thought. I think Cronenberg did that one. Like The Fly, he did The Fly too. Alright, let's see. The something. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of what it could be. Something about wizards and witches, maybe, and ghosts. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know this one either. There's so many E's. Is it... Okay, there's no T's. Yeah, I'm not sure. There's no A's, there's no T's. I don't know. Well, that's Cell with Jennifer Lopez and Vince Vaughn. Oh, that's a different one. Oh, that's the one based on the Stephen King book. Okay. A graphic novelist, played by John Cusack, begins a desperate search for his estranged wife, played by Clark Cerullo, and son, played by Ethan Andrew Casto, after a mysterious cell phone signal transforms New Englanders into savage killers. Samuel L. Jackson's in that, too. They didn't even list him there. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. We'll skip that one. J. Oh, pet, Wait, that's not how you spell cemetery. Oh, right, they spell it differently. Okay. Dr. Lewis Creed, played by Dale Midkiff, moves his family to Maine, where he meets a friendly local named Judd Crandall, played by Fred Gwynne. After the Creed's cat is accidentally killed, Crandall advises Lewis to bury it in the ground near the old pet cemetery. The cat returns to life, its personality changed for the worse. When Lewis's son, Gage, played by Miko Hughes, dies tragically, Lewis decides to bury the boy's body in the same ground, despite the warnings of Crandall and Lewis's visions of a deceased patient. Let's see. Well, it's probably the... Why am I not able to get this? Gnome? Oh, Gnome would have a G. I'm an idiot. Omen. The Omen. Why can... Dude, my brain's not working. What the hell? American diplomat Robert, played by Gregory Peck, adopts Damien, played by Harvey Stevens, when his wife, Catherine, played by Lee Remick, delivers a stillborn child. After Damien's first nanny hangs herself, Father Brennan, played by Patrick Troughton, warns Robert that Damien will kill Catherine's unborn child. Shortly thereafter, Brennan dies and Catherine miscarries when Damien pushes her off a balcony. As more people around Damien die, Robert investigates Damien's background and realizes his adopted son may be the Antichrist. Also, Patrick Troughton, I think, was the doctor on Doctor Who for a little while. Unless I've got that name mixed up with somebody else. Let's see. Okay, so it's like an island. Some kind of island paradise. I mean, you can't make island with those words, so it's got to be something like similar, or... I mean, let's take out the and see if anything else fits. The... Huh. I have no idea. I'm not sure. Okay. So another guy comes into the picture and he's like the devil or something. Man, that sounds a lot like that Rucker Hauer movie, but I don't know the name of it. Get Dead out of there so I can see the rest. Huh. Well, I don't think it's Dead because that just doesn't work out. Even if Dead was at the end, I don't think it would work out. I don't know. I don't know what that one is. They're getting harder, I think, or something. Or at least I'm having a heck of a time with it. Alright. Milk Alien Brain. Oh, it's probably the something. Stuff? I've never heard of it. A private detective investigates a new consumer taste treat that's absolutely delicious and just possibly lethal. Never heard of it. Okay. This is Vampire at the Door. Let me in. There we go. I would have picked Let the Right One In, but this is a remake of that, I think. The American version. Bullied at school, neglected at home, and incredibly lonely, 12-year-old Owen, played by Cody Smith McPhee, spends his days plotting revenge on his tormentors and spends his nights spying on other residents of the apartment complex. His sole friend is Abby, played by Chloe Grace Moretz, a strange girl who comes out only at nighttime. Both outcasts, the two form a strong bond. When Abby's caretaker disappears amid a series of gruesome murders, Owen begins to suspect that she is hiding a terrible secret. Maybe it is just called Let Me In. I have the original version, but it's a disc-only copy, and it's in storage, and I haven't seen it in forever. A dog and army? Army dog? I have no idea. Die. I have no idea. I'm not sure about this one. I'm trying to move through them quick so we don't waste too much time on any one of them. Okay. Blood turns into a vampire. Okay. Oh. The Lost Boys. Teenage brothers Michael and Sam, played by Jason Patric and Corey Haim, move with their mother, played by Diane Weiss, to a small town in Northern California. While the younger Sam meets a pair of kindred spirits in geeky comic book nerds Edward and Alan, played by Corey Feldman and Jameson Newlander, the angst-ridden Michael soon falls for Star, played by Jamie Gertz, who turns out to be enthralled to David, played by Kiefer Sutherland, leader of a local gang of vampires. Sam and his new friends must save Michael and Star from the undead. What's his name? Frog or something? Corey Feldman's character in that? Suspiria. I just watched this a couple weeks ago. What's her name? Oh, this might be the remake. Because the one I watched had had Asia Argento in it, Dario's daughter. Susie, played by Jessica Harper, travels to Germany to attend ballet school. When she arrives, late on a stormy night, no one lets her in, and she sees Pat, played by Eva Exon, another student, fleeing from the school. When Pat reaches her apartment, she is murdered. The next day, Susie is admitted to her new school, but has a difficult time settling in. She hears noises and often feels ill. As more people die, Susie uncovers the terrifying secret history of the place. Host. 6 friends accidentally invite the attention of a demonic presence during an online seance and begin noticing strange occurrences in their homes. Is that the one that was filmed during COVID? The Host one? Where they did like practical special effects and stuff? That was pretty good. Alright, the second word is night, so I just need to get that out of there so I can look at it. Fright Night. Colin Farrell. Teenage Charlie Brewster, played by William Ragsdale, is a horror film junkie. Oh, this is the original. So it's no surprise that when a reclusive new neighbor named Jerry Dandridge, played by Chris Sarandon, moves next door, Brewster becomes convinced he is a vampire. It's also no surprise when nobody believes him. However, after strange events begin to occur, Charlie has no choice but to turn to the only person who could possibly help, washed-up television vampire killer Peter Vincent, played by Roddy McDowall. Violins and axes and... Oh, is this the, Shit, what's it called? This... It's something of... phone. Phone at the end. I think. So... Oh, there is no H. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm wrong. Okay. I feel like I should know this one, but I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I have no idea. I thought it would come to me if I just started typing stuff in, but I just couldn't get it. No idea again. Dang it. Why are these so hard? I'm having such a hard time now. The Mist. Oh, I remember that. Thomas Jane. That's another Stephen King one. After a powerful storm damages their main home, David Drayton, played by Thomas Jane, and his young son head into town to gather food and supplies. Soon afterward, a thick fog rolls in and engulfs the town, trapping the Draytons and others in the grocery store. Terror mounts as deadly creatures reveal themselves outside, but that may be nothing compared to the threat within, where a zealot, played by Marcia Gay Harden, calls for a sacrifice. Yeah, I hated her character in that movie. God, she was horrible. Babadook. There we go. A troubled widow, played by Essie Davis, discovers that her son is telling the truth about a monster that entered their home through the pages of a children's book. The Babadook. Oh, is this that, M. Night Shyamalan movie? I don't remember what it's called. No, that's not it. It's not, it can't be that. Alright, it's gotta be... Huh. I have no idea. I'm just gonna take a stab at it. Just gonna type in random words. Actually, that was the only one I had. I think I tried that. I just don't know. I have no idea. Damn. I want to end on a good one, but... Deddy. Duh. I'm like dyslexic today. What the hell's wrong with me? Tree Gelbman is a blissfully self-centered collegian who wakes up on her birthday in the bed of a student named Carter. As the morning goes on, Tree gets the eerie feeling that she's experienced the events of this day before. When a masked killer suddenly takes her life in a brutal attack, she once again magically wakes up in Carter's dorm room unharmed. Now the frightened young woman must relive the same day over and over until she figures out who murdered her. Well, obviously something apostrophe S and then a four-letter word. But I have no idea what it is. take that out so I can... Yeah, I have no idea. I'm just gonna skip that one. We'll go up to like 70. I know we're over an hour, so I won't go that long. Oh, the island of Dr. I don't know how to spell Moreau. There we go. Marlon Brando and Val Kilmer. After his ship sinks, Andrew Braddock, played by Michael York, washes ashore on a tropical island owned by Dr. Moreau. Oh, this is the original. Played by Burt Lancaster. While waiting for a ship to return him to civilization, Braddock becomes disturbed by the strange creatures roaming the island, and at the same time falls for the lovely Maria, played by Barbara Carrera, who lives with Moreau. Soon Braddock discovers that the creatures are the results of Moreau's sinister experiments and plots to escape before he himself becomes a victim. Clown? I just guessed. A loving father, played by Andy Powers, becomes a savage killer while wearing a cursed clown costume that won't come off. Holy crap. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't even... It's too much to that one. I know it's not, but what was that ill whatever movie? I know that's not it. What about... Dang it, I have no idea. I don't know. Alright, we'll go ahead and end it here. We're on number 70, so I'll go ahead and end it. Alright, I hope you enjoyed Cinemoji Halloween. If you did, tell that like button you want to smash, and don't forget to subscribe. You stay you, I'll stay me, Droogie forever. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Later!